Hi, it's Finnabair. I'm here to share some ideas how you can use our Art Basics soft gel, soft matte gel and soft gloss gel. And this is going to be a video about layering and transfer techniques. Here's the list of supplies. You may need some spray inks, for example Prima Color Bloom. Of course, Art Basics soft matte gel or soft gloss gel. Some stamping ink, I will use archival ink. Some background stamps, I will use Prima Vintage Vanity Collection. And of course paintbrush, sprayer with water, some pieces of patterned paper or washi tape, and we need the image that should be transferred and heating tool. I started with layering the pieces of paper in my journal. My journal, as you can see, is just an old book, but I love working in this kind of natural background, and I love to see the print. Soft gels are great as collage glues, so you may apply them directly on the paper with the paintbrush. You can see I created many layers of different papers. Some of them are just old book pages, some of them are patterned papers from my Vintage Vanity collection. There's also washi tape. Another good idea is putting the soft gel into precise tip bottle. So this way you may apply your glue directly in the place you want it. So on the small piece of paper, on embellishments, and I'm sure you have some bottles in your drawers that are possible for reusing. When I decide my background is done, I start adding color. I used some sprays that I had on my table. It was a combination of Color Bloom sprays from Prima, some homemade sprays made from primary element pigments, and one of my favorites, tea stain, which is black tea. I added some water to help the colors mix and dried everything with heating tool. When my pages were dry, I took some archival ink and background stamps and added some stamping. It was just to add more texture and contrast to the pages. My next step is adding a layer of soft gel on the top. This is going to be a varnish resistant to other colors, and also the great start for transferring techniques. I dried my pages and I'm ready for transferring the image. I cut out my picture. It doesn't have to be perfectly cut. Then I put a coat of soft gel on the background in the place I want to place my photo. You can also put it on the image if you prefer. And then I glue it face down to the background. It's important to make sure the picture is really glued perfectly to the background. There is no air under the picture. Next step is drying the image with the heating tool to make sure the soft gel is really dry. You can of course leave it to dry naturally, and when it's ready, then I can spray the water on the top of my image and start to rub off the layer of paper to reveal the image on my background. It's important to be careful on this step, not to rub or press too much. When you are ready with rubbing off your paper, it's time to dry the project again and put a coat of varnish on the top. It will bring back the contrast to your image. I'm using my soft gel again as a varnish. You can see all the little imperfections that give the page a little bit of vintage, artistic look. I just love this effect. Here you can see the final page, and I hope it gave you some ideas about using soft gels and all the cool possibilities of applying them and using them in your mixed media project. Here's another example. On the right there is a transfer made exactly the same technique I used, and on the left instead of the laser printed image, there is some picture of coffee cups taken from the magazine. I hope you enjoyed the video and you are ready for your own experiments. Have fun!